Hey guys, I am back trying a new positioning for this external microphone, so hopefully this is working out pretty well. We've got something new from Olight that they just sent me to look at. It's mostly here. This is a little bit extra right here. But if you recall looking at the Valkyrie, the weapons light, this is a bigger, better version. They've been doing that a lot lately. Bigger, better version of some of their previous stuff. So today we're going to look at the Valkyrie, the PL Pro. We've got a max, you can see, of 1500 lumens. We can throw light 280 meters. It's got hardware inside to adjust to different rail systems. And I got to confess to you, normally, you know how I like to do a straight unboxing where I'm looking at it for the first time with you. I read in an email I got from my contact person over at Olight that there was a lockout feature and I had to do some stuff. So I already opened this up to see what she was talking about. And I'm glad I did, because I almost couldn't make the thing work until I went back, read the email again, and learned how to turn it on. But I put it back in the box so I could open it with you and you guys could see exactly how it all works and what it looks like when you take it right out of the box. So a little bit of a fib on my part to have it sealed up in the box like this, but I did that just so that you guys see the unboxing as it would be as if you opened it yourself. You should be seeing this video. I'm gonna make it public on the 23rd of May, because the following day on the 24th, there's gonna be a flash sale for this little guy. It's gonna be 30% off. So the MSRP here is $129. 30% off of that is going to be $90.97. Comes in black, comes in desert tan. There you have a little bundle where you get 40% off for this and this. This is the RPL7. We're going to look at this. It's like a remote activator for it, where the combo there is $159.90. For the sale price, it's $95.94. And then, like in their previous sale they had, you spend $169 or more, you get the M1T Plus for free. Check the end screen links. There'll be a link to a video review of the M1T Plus, so you can check that out if you want. And if you spend $299 or more, you get a free H2R, which I don't have. I've never reviewed, so I can't really tell you much about it, but it's an MSRP of $89.95 for that one. So anyway, lots of cool stuff. Olight, really good quality lights. I like Olight a lot. I carry them regularly, like you guys have seen on my EDC videos. When I did, I did kind of a impromptu pocket dump once with Carolina EDC reviews, and I did my own, what do I normally carry EDC wise. I love Olight, I really do. They make really, really good stuff. Since the very first one I got, which actually came in a battle box a long time ago, I have been kind of hooked on their stuff. The PL Pro, the Valkyrie, so like I said before, it's intended as a weapons light. There's nothing stopping you from carrying this thing in your hand if you wanted, except if you couldn't get it out of the box, I guess. That would stop you. But I'm so bad at opening these things. But this is intended to be mounted on something with rails. So we'll use my rifle as the example. Inside the box, you're going to get the light. You're going to get this alternate bit right here if you can change up your rail system, and we'll talk about that. You're going to get this super cool magnetic charging wire that I love that Olight does. You're going to get a wrench for changing the mounting system, the little rail insert. And of course, you're going to get a set of instructions. So first thing you need to know, when you take this thing out of the package, it's shipped locked out, so you don't have access to all the features. All you have is your momentary on-off. So in order to get full access to all the features, you have to hold both these buttons down, hold them both down, until it gives you access to everything. And now, they emailed me that, but I didn't know that. I didn't read the email, right away. So you'll push both these buttons in. You'll see me use the buttons later. I'm just not doing it now. But push both these buttons in, hold them until your light goes from the dimmer setting to the brighter setting, and then it's fully unlocked and ready to use. So in order to put it on, whatever you want now, whether it's a Glock or a Picatinny rail type, this will work. If you want to go to the M1913 rail system, that's when you would install this instead of there. We're not going to need to worry about that today. Very simple to mount. It's got this little swing arm that locks it. It opens up the rail, and then you slide it on, lock it back closed. I should say slide it on, but you kind of hook it on. You'll see when we do that later. So you see you've got one large LED in there that makes it all go. You don't have external access to the battery at all. You can't take the battery out and change it in this thing. But it's, you know, just like a lot of Olight products. Let me get you the specs there. Yeah, sorry, shadow from the camera. Okay, but you see you've got, so if you read that, you've got IPX5, which gives it some general water resistance. You can take it out in the rain. You wouldn't want to throw it, immerse it in water, but you can splash it around, stuff like that. You can drop it from a height of 1 meter, and it'll still work for you. Now, we'll just, okay, use this as the example here. Now, mounted onto this rifle right here, I have an M1T lightweight polymer 4-rail system. Works really well, really like it. So we can mount the Olight to it in a few different ways. I'm going to use this rail right here just because it's going to be easy for you to see. So we open this up, and all we have to do is slide it over the position we want, lock that arm down, and there it is, ready to go. Now in this position, for me anyway, being right-handed, this would work pretty well because I have access to the buttons right there. I can put it on, turn it off, and if I needed to, get the strobe going. The lightweight, I mean, really does not change the weight of the rifle at all, or whatever firearm you're using it on, and doesn't get in your way, doesn't obscure line of sight or anything like that. If we wanted to use the RPL7, just put it on there, find a nice place where we want it to sit, and then we can put this on, you know, basically wherever it's going to go. And because it's a soft polymer, we can just sort of bend it in place to wherever. So I'm actually going to take this off so we don't accidentally turn the light on, but it snaps into place. And then, now this is when you can use the zip ties to secure it down, or however you want to, really. This will work just fine, but now I have access remotely to it without actually touching it, so I can put it anywhere I want, and it works out really nicely. So this setup was kind of, you know, I feel for a longer barreled option. You could use this directly with a handgun, but this is going to work specifically with something, you know, rifle-like. Light pressure on here will turn this on really, really well. Does not take a lot. So just one finger pressing on it. Very, very simple. Great combo, you know, for this bundle for both of them. And then unlike somewhere, you know, they just give you this and then you've got to like either glue it or Velcro it down somewhere. It's so easy to move this when you're done later on, because all you have to do, since it's a soft polymer, not a hard rigid polymer, I just got to get under it there. Hang on. You just basically got to peel the bracket off and you can move it to wherever you want now. You know, so it works out very, very well. And then this can just dismount just as easily. Unfortunately, I turned it on. There we go. And that's the end of that. So what we've got to do now is do our standard backyard test. I'm going to not mount it on here so that should one of my neighbors see me pointing a rifle around with a light on it, they don't get too upset that I'm doing that in the dark, potentially at their houses. But I will take this outside on its own, and we will see exactly what it does for us outside. All right, guys, I'm outside, obviously. Unfortunately, there's a light on down there. Normally, it's just pitch black when I do these. So if you are already familiar with how I do these flashlight tests, just go ahead and skip to the time code that's on the screen and don't worry about it. If you don't know, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do kind of a three-way test here. I have a piece of moon glow-in-the-dark material that is one of the best glow-in-the-dark materials there is. First thing we're going to do is charge it up for 10 seconds on high power to see what quality and how much light it pumps into that material and how well it makes this thing glow. Second, I have some 550 cord. It's a red 550 cord, but it has reflective filaments sewn into it. So that's on the end of the fence, and the camera is zoomed in towards the end of the yard looking at that fence. We're going to see how well the light hits that and reflect. And we're also going to take the light and put it kind of POV positioned right above the camera lens so that we can judge, the field of regard of the light, how wide it is, the quality of the light, how far it throws the light, and then we'll be rotating it 45 and 90 degrees just to see, when you move the light around, how much on the periphery does it still light up. So first thing I'm going to do is I am going to get this material ready, and we're going to turn this on high power. Nine and 10. Okay. That's pretty bright. That's a really good charge up there. For example, we can use this as a lighting source to read the Olight very clearly, and the camera can focus on it just fine, just perfectly. It's like having a little light stick, like a chem light right there. So it's pretty good. We'll leave this down here. We'll take a look at it again at the end. So I'm going to turn the light on now. We're at dim level. And you can see when I angle down a little bit, the white, that's the 550 cord. So here's my broken up fence. There's Stumpy. So when I turn at about 45 degrees, you can still see a little bit off on the edges there. When I turn to 90, not so much, a little bit, not very much. But in terms of the field of regard, and that's a term that we use, it's a military kind of thing. I don't know if civilians use it very much, but whenever we're talking about an optic or a sensor or something, field of regard is how wide, that field is that it can see. This is pretty good, especially for the size. It's a nice size spotlight, but it's not totally diffused. It's like really focusing the light well, Let's jump into high power mode. And you see the camera adjusted for the extra light a little bit, but you can definitely see the difference in brightness. And at 45 degrees now, you can see a significantly more amount of light that's shining. You can see, really almost all the way to the other side. At 90 degrees, yeah, still not a lot. But still a very nice focused beam, nice wide beam of light. And now, strobe warning. It's a very fast strobe. Very, very fast strobe. Okay. We'll go back to dim. So, pretty nice light, especially if you consider size and weight. It gets very hot though in the high power mode, I'll warn you that, but you won't be holding it probably anyway. But I'm very happy with the spotlight that it makes, the quality of the light that it throws out. It's got that cool white kind of color. I like it. And our moon glow piece, it's only been a couple minutes, but let's see. Let's get that same Olight. Yeah, so you can't really read off it anymore, but that was still a pretty bright charge, pretty good. So I like it. Again, it's not going to be your primary light. It's going to be, well, why don't we take this inside and do our little wrap up. I got to say that size and weight, and I dropped it out there, you got a little nick on it, but much better than the original Valkyrie. Definitely much better than the original Valkyrie. You don't need all the fancy modes that you would have on a standard light on your weapons light, and this is just easy to use, easy to mount, easy to dismount. The perfect options that you would need, bright, dim, and then of course you got your strobe, which gives you a non-lethal option, or signaling and stuff. I love the size and weight compared to the light it gives you. And what I really love is this evil magic genius piece right here for your remote control use. That's just super sweet. Don't forget, check the video description for all the details on the sale so you can get in on that with the bundle pricing and everything. But I'd love to know what you guys think of this. Maybe what you guys think of it in comparison to some other weapon mounted lights that you know of, or even the original Valkyrie, or just some handheld flashlights. I think it could fill a number of roles. So what do you guys think? Let me know. And let me know what you think of the audio with the external mic too. I know you guys like the video quality now, but you know, working with the external audio, that's, you know, a whole different thing. So anyway, guys, make sure you check all of the links in the video description. Don't forget to tune in tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for live stream, giveaway, winners, announcements. We'll make this thing work somehow. One way or another will be pretty good. And I look forward to your comments here. So thanks again to Olight for sending me this nifty little thing to mess with and video and demonstrate. And all of you guys, remember, you are all absolutely awesome. I appreciate every single one of you, and I will be back again real soon.